Hey, top of the morning to you. Happy Tuesday morning. Tuesday, when I was on radio, they were known as Double Shot Tuesday. This video, though, it's not about double shots. It's about making sales calls. Actually, it's going to be about how to find customers. Doesn't matter if you're a freight broker agent, you've got to have customers. I've seen other videos out there. Make the customer call you. Yeah, well, let's get real. Now, to be fair, I know what the other videos are trying to say, in a way, but you have to understand, if you don't get aggressive, if you don't pick up the telephone and call a potential customer, you're never going to get a customer. You've got to get in the door. Once you're in the door, you can start building the relationship, and that's, hopefully, if you built the relationship correctly, that's when the customer is going to call you. But today we're going to be talking about more ways to find customers as a freight broker. We did a video on this, how to find customers as a freight broker. We did that, a couple of years back. It's one of our most popular videos. And everyone seems to have an issue with this. And to be honest with you, getting customers as a freight broker is easy. I was fooling around the other day and I picked up 2 customers on 2 phone calls. It's not that difficult. If you're worried about it, you're calling and you're just not having any luck, you're making it too difficult. You've listened to some of these other videos out there that are just making it, I don't know what they're making it. It's not difficult at all. Now, first of all, understand, as a freight broker, yes, first and foremost, you are a salesperson, but not in the traditional sense. Now, what I'm getting at is you're providing a service for potential customers, shippers that have freight to ship on a truck, obviously, and you're offering your service to help them get their loads picked up out the door on their way to the customer and delivered at no charge. Okay, people scratch their head at this. How are you getting paid as a freight broker? Well, let's look at that for a second. You probably know this. You're getting paid on the net of the load. The load net is the difference between what the customer paid you to move the load and what you agreed to pay the truck. So if you had a load that the customer was paying $2,000 on, you negotiated with the carrier, and that carrier agreed to move that load for $1,500, the load net would be $500. You're working with what the customer's paying. Yes, you're going to have an opportunity to negotiate occasionally, but more times than not, realistically, you're going to be working with what the customer's paying. Now, with that said, I want to back up here a little bit too, because I know some people are going to say $500 net just for getting a customer and booking a load. Holy cow! Well, what if that load's going 300 miles? See what I mean? That's a $5 a mile load. So don't read that into these videos, because if you're a trucking company, obviously you're not going to move the load for anybody unless you can make money on the load. And if you can't make money on the load and you move it anyway, whose fault is that? All right, before we get too much into this, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to our FBTV channel. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button below. That really helps us out a lot. Matter of fact, we got a lot of information, a lot of videos up. And I don't know if YouTube is just ignoring us or what. It could be, I've been told, subscribes and ringing the bell and things like that. But if you can help us out, we'd appreciate it. Subscribe, ring the bell. We'll keep you updated about whenever there's a video. We posted one yesterday. Generally, we're posting a couple from our FBTV podcast. If you haven't found the podcast yet, go to your favorite podcasting app and do a search for FBTV. If you can't find it on FBTV, doing a search for FBTV, then go back and do a search for Freight Broker TV. You'll find it. The logo right over here is what you're looking for. Okay, that little red and white logo. The FBTV podcast is brought to you by Taltoa. I'm a lead consultant for Taltoa. We are a training and consulting firm for transportation professionals. We specialize in freight brokers, freight broker agents. You'll find us at taltoa.com, Taltoa.com. Now, With that said, we've been doing this for over 20 years. We offer live in-depth training with guaranteed placement in our mentorship program, followed by consulting periods. If you are someone thinking about starting your own freight brokerage, yeah, by all means, we can help you as well. We got packages designed just for you. It's going to include in-depth training for you and your staff. You can even go into the mentorship program before you actually kick off or get your own authority. We can do a website for you. The Tautoa mentorship program, what that amounts to, it allows you to become or start working as a freight broker, in this case, a freight broker agent, so you can start building your customer base, start getting the experience. And yes, it is a paid position. You're paid just like any other freight broker agent. Commission in the mentorship program, we just increased it. It's up to 60% now. Also, if you want to work as a freight broker agent, yes, you are guaranteed placement in the Tautoa mentorship program. But when you exit the mentorship program, you're going to move into your consulting period. But if you've been active in the mentorship program and you would like, you have the opportunity to work as a freight broker agent for Tautoa Logistics. So keep that in mind. Anyway, check us out, Tautoa.com, TALTOA.com. You can call me. Be happy to talk to you about it. 479-668-0838. All right, now let's go over here and start talking about ways you can find potential customers as a freight broker. There are tons. Should have done this earlier, but there are tons of directories available on the internet. Now here, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you look here, here's Google, the Google search, and here's what I want you to look at. We did a search for shipper directories, and if I get my mouse to work, we got what, 6 million, over 6 million results. That's going to keep you busy for a day or two. You see what I'm getting at? These directories, some of them are going to be pretty good, some of them not so good as far as that goes. Some you'll want to use again and again, others no. The ones you like, save them. Add them to your favorites on your web browser so you can go back there and use them again. If you don't like the directory, don't use it. Now, it doesn't matter what directory you're using. We've done a video on directories in the past. Just go back and check out those videos, and it's real simple to do. Now, something else to think about. Oh, by the way, some of these directories are going to want you to pay money for. You know, a subscription, be it $25 a month, $50 a month, whatever it might be. My recommendation to all of my clients is basically save your money. Anything you can find in a paid directory, you're going to be able to find in a free directory somewhere else. So why spend money for it? You know, I know that some of the services that deal with brokers or trucking or whatever, they offer you shipper directory, no charge. Well, how many people do you think is use that shipper directory? Not knocking it. Hey, a tool's a tool. Just don't pay for it. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to pay for that stuff. It's free. It's out there available everywhere. Now, another great tool. Well, I'm still focused on the directory, so to speak. But instead of just looking for, and don't, you know, when I say shipper directory, you know, think manufacturing directory, industry directory, you know, any kind of directories come to mind. Understand the first few months, literally, you're going to have to be on that telephone all the time making sales calls, because you're going to have a quantity of customers in order to have a quantity of loads, because you're never going to know how many loads a customer has that they will make available to you on a daily basis until you start working with that customer. I mean, realistically, you've got to be working with them, building a relationship. Matter of fact, we go over this is exactly what we talk about in part one, but we go into more detail of our training with our clients when it comes to being a freight broker agent, how to find the customers, how to approach, what to say, how to respond, how to start building that relationship. Because the better the relationship is, obviously, the more loads you're going to get, the more money you're going to make from that customer. Now, besides looking for shipper directories, industry directories, and things like that, think Chamber of Commerce as well. A lot of people forget this. You know, you gotta take the blinders off, see the big picture. All right, we did a search here on Chamber of Commerce. Understand that just about every town in the country has a Chamber of Commerce. Okay, here we got what, 361 up. I didn't even put in there, right? Let's see what happens. So I'll do that. It's going to be the same, yeah. 361 million results. I'm in Fort Smith. Let's just go down here to this. It says Fort Smith Chamber of Commerce. You're going to bring up a directory. Now, if you want to really zero in, you can put in the city and state. You know, Fort Smith, Arkansas Chamber of Commerce. So I'll bring it up. Or Chamber of Commerce in the state of Georgia. Should bring up a lot of different Chamber of Commerce offices in the state of Georgia. Doesn't matter. Go down here to, I'm just going to run down here, Fort Smith Chamber of Commerce. Click on their website. We'll go over here, and there we go. All right, so if we come up here to Member Services, if you look here, what's it say? Membership Directory. Now, you got to remember, you know, you got the grocery stores, you got retail outlets, you got car lots, you got everything else becoming a member of the Chamber of Commerce. We're looking for manufacturers, people that would need a truck to move their freight. So here, we can go down through here, but I'm not finding anything I'm really looking for. There we go, manufacturers and production manufacturing. Click on that, and there you go. Every company that would possibly use trucks to ship their product are a member of that Chamber of Commerce. Now, why is that? You may be asking, why are they a member? You know, they're you know, because they're trying to be a good corporate citizen. And it don't cost that much to be a member of Chamber of Commerce. They come in, they do that. And there you go, right there. See what I mean? Search engines are going to be another great tool you're going to be able to use also. As a broker or broker agent, you are going to have your ear to the ground all the time, talking to drivers, your customers, receivers, whoever. You're going to know what's going on in the industry. You might start hearing the chatter through your network about how they just can't get enough trucks in Georgia to haul the carpet. Georgia, a lot of carpet comes out of Georgia, up north of Atlanta up there. Well, if you hear that, you can go to your favorite search engine. Carpet manufacturers, Georgia. And now you're going to be in the game. All right? Kind of get what we're getting at. Current customer is going to be a great source of finding additional customers as well. Now, what do I mean by that? If you've got a customer that is manufacturing a widget that goes in somebody else's product, well, wherever you deliver to, wherever that customer delivers to, that's a potential customer for you. All right. Now, I will always call my customer, you know, hey, Jim, you know, we take loads down here to Houston all the time to XYZ. Listen, I was thinking about calling them and seeing if I could help them with their loads. I'm giving my customer an opportunity to give me information. That's all I'm doing there. I'm going to call that Houston company regardless, but more 99.9% of the time. Matter of fact, I'm just saying 99.9% of the time. I personally have never had a customer come back and go, no, don't you dare call them. Don't do that. They've always been helpful. When you call, ask for Betty. That's who you want to talk to down there. Ask her about her cookies or whatever. That'll get me in the door every time. Hey, Betty, this is Mike at Talto. I was told to call you and ask you about your cookies. I'm in the door. We've got a relationship building already. You see what I'm getting at? This is a process. If you're thinking about becoming a freight broker and you believe you're going to get in here, get trained, start moving loads next week, start making thousands of dollars a year immediately, not going to happen. You know, it takes time. It's a process. I see promises out there. Yeah, make $100,000 a year, make $35,000 on one load. Yes, maybe the $35,000 on one load, that's a rarity, but I'm saying it can't happen. Just saying, in reality, not so much. The $100,000 6-digit incomes, absolutely. You can do that. It's just not going to happen overnight. You've got to build your way up to it. All right, I hope this has been helpful. We've got another podcast coming up later today, if it hasn't already posted. Tuesday, February 15th, I'm talking about. Be looking for that. If you, again, find our podcast, now we will be posting some videos from that podcast talking about different topics and such. Be looking for those here on YouTube. Don't forget, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell, help us out, leave a comment. If you got any questions or anything, feel free to drop a question in the comment. You can contact me direct at fbtv@freightbrokertv.com. That's the email address. We have tons of forums on the website, freightbrokertv.com, and we even have Skype. If you want to use Skype, contact us either through a message or to call and leave a voicemail or whatever. You're more than welcome to do that. Find us on Skype at FBTV. Also, check out Taltoa, TALTOA.com. And if you have any questions about what we discussed today, feel free to contact me at 479-668-0838. All right, go have a great Tuesday. Unless, of course, you forgot Valentine's Day.